talked before about crisis pregnancy centers. Those are the organizations set up by the religious right to trick women into giving birth. I know it sounds ridiculous when you just lay it out on the table like that, but unfortunately, it's true. The centers have an air of medical professionalism about them, but it turns out that a lot of them don't even actually qualify as medical clinics, and so they're not even allowed to do things like give pregnancy tests. Whether they qualify as clinics or not, though, a whole lot of them, the majority of them, in fact, have a nasty habit of disseminating completely made-up medical information. All the normal anti-abortion bullshit, like the idea that abortion causes breast cancer, which it doesn't, or depression, no, or future miscarriages, absolutely not. In fact, several pregnancy centers have been caught telling pregnant women that they shouldn't bother getting abortions because half of all pregnancies end in miscarriage anyway. That's not true for a woman who has taken a pregnancy test already and found out that she is pregnant, but they just say it anyway because they're hoping that a woman will put off having an abortion long enough that eventually it'll be too late and she'll be forced to give birth. It's incredible that these centers are still allowed to operate with pretty much no oversight at all. But one clinic in Pennsylvania has maybe finally figured out how to get shut down, not by lying to pregnant women to force them into childbirth, but by skimming money from the government. You see, a ridiculous number of these fake lying centers get money from the government despite the fact that they are run almost exclusively as religious propaganda to trick women into giving birth. This clinic in particular, called Real Alternatives, the alternatives are apparently alternatives to science-based medicine, same as in alternative medicine, got $30 million from Pennsylvania taxpayers over the course of 5 years. And all that money is supposed to go towards helping women. And in this case, Real Alternatives is supposed to pay that money to subcontractors who provide services to pregnant women. Unfortunately, mostly those services are counseling, which amounts to lying about abortion. But Real Alternatives found a sneaky way to get a little kickback. They charge their subcontractors a 3% fee for every payment, which amounted to just under $1 million that wasn't accounted for anywhere in their financials. And when Pennsylvania officials figured out that this was going on, they launched an audit to make sure that that money was going toward the stated purpose of helping pregnant women. And here's where it gets really bold. Instead of just submitting to the audit like any other corporation would do, Real Alternatives chose to sue Pennsylvania's Auditor General, who says that this is the first time anything like this has ever happened to him. The Auditor General didn't necessarily assume Real Alternatives was misusing those funds, but goddamn if it's not just a little bit suspicious that instead of opening their books and proving that they're using the money lawfully, they're suing to keep it hidden. It's all very Trumpian. So maybe the government doesn't mind giving money to organizations that will blatantly lie to women and endanger their health, but at least the financial guys are on their game. So let's hope that this is enough to shut down Real Alternatives and make Pennsylvania and other state governments think twice about giving multi-million-dollar grants to these charlatans.